Hey, what's up guys, Ep.30 here, and welcome to episode 30 of my journey to the top series. And if you missed a previous episode, there will be a link in the description to the series playlist where you can find every single episode I've done so far. But last episode I did a live commentary, and we did stuff. We looked at possible transfers that we're going to do, and this episode we're obviously, as I say every single time, every season, we're going to be following up on them deals and possibly some other transfers. But here, David Schollfer, he is going to be going in on from a lot of clubs here and a lot of clips of teams going in for him because they want him for some random reason. Obviously, being 68 rated and 22 years old means something to these clubs. And I got 1.5 million from Marseille, and I was a bit tempted, but he is one of my, he is my main striker, and I'm not willing to let him go unless there is a hefty offer for him. But Anthony Payet, in the last episode, as we said, we put in the £3,000 wages, and this guy is 74 and 18 years old, 6.5 million in value. This guy will pay the rent at York City forever if we do sell him. But also Liam Henderson is probably going to be heading out of the club here. I wanted 160,000 his market value, and hopefully Crew Alexandra are going to be coming back with an offer for that. Catania, who were putting in a bid last episode, but we didn't manage to get to see that. But 1.2 million is not enough, and even more with so much interest in Schollfer. Josie Ballon, he's definitely not going to be leaving the club. He's one of those guys. He's 74 rated, and he's just not going to leave because a player of his stature could not leave the club, seeing as he is our best player at the minute, except for Payet, of course. But 1.6 million, so 100 grand more than the Marseille offer, but I could not accept that offer as well. And I'll explain later a bit of my thought process later on. When I was playing some of these games, there will be a game at the end of the episode. But here we put Michael Potts on the loan list, and Northampton Town, my supporting club, are going to be getting him. Hopefully he can do something for them this season. West Bromwich Albion, 1.5 million from him, and even more AC Nasi in for him, 1.5 million. It's starting to get a bit boring. No one was up in their offer, so obviously 1.6 million was sort of the end point for that. But here's one of my transfer targets, Jermaine Grandison. I want him. He is a very good player, right back, centre back as well. Very good strength, good, just all round is good. But I wanted to get him for free, so I put him in for Samarov. So we're going to be doing a straight switch, and I thought that would work very well. You see there, Liam Henderson is going out the club now. And Shrewsbury did not want them, but they were interested in Samarov, but they wanted 355 grand, and I thought that is an absolute extortionate amount of money for a player of his stature. So I left it until we did sell Samarov, hopefully. But 1.4 million was put in there, and then I went in for this guy, Jamie Patterson. If there was an offer on the table for Schollfer, then this guy would be the guy to back him up. 450 grand I offered to Walsall FC, and they came back and said we want 675 grand, and I just wasn't willing to pay that much, especially seeing as I didn't have the money for that. So I decided I'm going to give you 200 grand, and I'm going to give you Samarov on top. And yet again, they did not offer. He did come out about 700 grand for that offer. But they wanted 350 grand. And I said, right, I'm gonna take it a bit easy here. I'm going to take the 50 grand off. Sort of meet you in the middle. I should have gone for the middle. But 300 grand and Samarov was enough to get Jamie Patterson. He's going to be playing around that striker role if we do play him. If we do get him, in fact. He's going to be an important first team player, or not. I'm making my mind up. I was a bit cautious to the win, because what if I didn't play him for some reason? It would have been a waste of money. But here, scout report, nothing really good. I'm not going to show you their stats, so it's just appalling, the scouting network right now. But here, we're going to be signing up Jamie Patterson for the team, another striker to add to our list. We've got We've got about 5 now, I think, including Ashley Chambers, who can play right mid, who I predominantly play there. But here, Scott Bevan, I didn't realise has 5-star skills, so he's definitely a signing I want to make. 69, rated, 18 years old, and worth 1.6 million, and that's definitely going to go up as as he plays more games for us. If we do sign him, if he does accept our contract offer. But Schollfer is a worry. Well, the media are on my back about his place, and Schollfer is not going to lose his place. I would have accepted the offer if I didn't know he wasn't going to have a say in the side. But Scott Bevan, he's going to be coming here to York City, and this is a good signing for us because he's going to be backing up my man Wilson in the cam role if he does get injured or is fatigued. I won't maybe just switching them out every game because they are very similar players. But Wilson has the shot power, but the new man is he's got the short passing. So definitely in that final third, he may have the upper advantage. But we're playing a couple of friendlies here that I play anyway. I don't play the friendlies; a bit boring going on. I know it's not as realistic, but I don't care. But anyway, here, Dean Baldwin, he looks like he could be an okay guy. He's only 15 though, and he's going to definitely be a centre-back. It's engraved in his blood. This guy, Dalmizi, I needed to get a replacement goalkeeper just in case Braun, the tracky bottoms man, didn't get it. If he did get injured, then we would be in trouble. And if you watch my Northampton career road, we played Ben Tozer, who is a centre-back, in goal for about 2 months. So that was really fun. And we actually didn't do too bad. But here, Payet has gone up 2 overalls already, and we've only played friendly so far. And now he's worth £10 million. And that means a lot to York City and myself, because if we do go and sell him, then we definitely have a very big advantage over the other clubs, because we can sign some big players. And I'm going to send Michael Sanderson. I don't see him having a shot in the team this year, so he's going to be going out on loan. I don't like having a lot of players that I'm not going to play, because I don't think that it's good for the players themselves. They're not going to grow, and I'm going to have money tied up in them, and they're going to get really annoyed. Their prices are going to go down, and it's just going to really annoy me. So I only keep players that I know I'm going to need. I rarely have fringe players, but here I showed you the scout report and stuff like that. And then Pascali got a bid in for him, 800 grand. I wasn't going to take that. 950 grand, I would say, is a deal for Middlesbrough. Very good player, but in game, he just doesn't cut it for me. He really let me down in that Ipswich game, and that was enough for me to say goodbye. But Brad Jones, I'm looking to get a different keeper, because that other goalkeeper that we were looking at did not go well. He didn't want to play. Well, he wanted a better squad role, and I didn't want to give him that because I wouldn't be playing him at all. But Brad Jones could have a chance in the league games, and he's definitely got the ability. Liverpool wanted me to put the offer in, so I said 50 grand to call it quits. And they do accept that. I was very surprised, 50 grand, but he is getting on, 32, and he is actually Liverpool's sort of first team goalkeeper at the minute. Jose Reyna's recovering from injury, but I do really like Brad Jones and his sort of story recently. And yeah, so Sanderson's going to be going to West Ham. I think they're in the Championship right now, not in the Premier League. I haven't really checked, but they're going to be paying 2.8k of his wage. And now we have the first game of the season. If you want to pause the video and see the team that I have lined up, that's all cool and dandy. But here we are going to do this. Start of the season, new players in. Wilson has a shot there. Great setup from Schollfer. And I've got to say, Patterson really impressed, actually. I wasn't expecting a lot, but he definitely had good ability on the ball and good skill as well. I did enjoy doing a couple of runs with him. But here, Brentford are on our backs, and I've got to say, Payet, our new centre-back, is an absolute midget. Someone get some stilts for this guy, or some flipping stilettos, because we're going to really struggle for this guy, and I really feel for him. Because I'm really struggling with him. It's kind of hard trying to get headers away definitely have a smaller player. But here, Jamie Patterson scores for us there in the 65th minute. Sort of fell to his feet. He stumbled slightly, but the defenders did not get to him, and it was kind of an easy finish in the end. The keeper did not bother diving. But you see there, we got beat in the air, but the guy was offside, luckily, even though he did score. And we definitely got away with that. That could have gone it could have gone either way there, but we definitely escaped. And really, Payet, he's 5'5" for a centre back, and I thought going into this game, centre backs can be small. I don't know many small centre backs, but they're usually 6 foot. And you see there, Payet is actually good in the air. He's alright when he's jumping, but when it comes to taller players coming next to him, he does really struggle. So I'm going to leave the episode here. Please leave your thoughts on Payet being 5'5". That would be really interesting to see. But I'm going to end the episode. So thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you enjoyed the video as well as my other content, please go check that out. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.